The sequel to Hush is here. Hush 2. Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee are back to give us the sequel to one of the most popular Batman stories of all time, and the first part just came out today. So let's get into it. Spoiler alert, if you have not read this issue, there's your warning. Let's get into it. So the issue opens up with Batman trying to stop Joker from recreating the laughing fish incident from Detective Comics 475. Obviously, very famous issue. He's trying to redo that, and him and Joker get into a little bit of a tussle, and Batman's like, why is Joker trying to do this again? This is kind of weird that he's trying to do this again. I've already stopped him from this. He ends up getting blindsided by Joker, gets knocked into the water, gets his ass beat, and he's in a bad way. The fish are going at him, attacking him, and he does this thing where he's like, if someone tries to remove my cowl forcefully, then they will either get hit with gas or they'll get electrocuted. So he kind of tries to activate the electricity, but his suit's kind of all out of whack from Joker hitting him, so it ends up electrocuting himself and the fish, and he's there drowning, and someone swims to save him. And at first, when I first saw it, I was like, is that Mara? Is Aquaman's wife coming out here to save him? Look, and then it's Talia. It's revealed that it's Talia. But while this is going on, Joker's up top like, haha, just beat up Batman. And then he gets grabbed by some gigantic dude that just yells at him very painfully and hurts his ears real bad. Sort of like Black Bolt's from Inhumans, it seems a little bit. Something similar-ish to that. Obviously not as powerful, but seems something kind of like that. And then he's captured by Hush. So this guy's a Hush henchman. We learn that his name is Silence. He works for Hush. And Hush, this is the best part of the book, is when Hush has Joker captured. So he captures Joker, he puts him on one of those things that is that like a carnival that you'd see, when a dude's throwing knives at a carnival, and they'll like strap someone and spin them, and then the dude will throw the knife and he'll be like, ha, I didn't hit him at all. So Joker's on one of those things, and Hush is just giving him this big diatribe, is talking about their encounter in the first Hush series. Talking about when Hush first met Joker, Joker told him that the town's not big enough for 2 homicidal maniacs, but Hush says, I have news for you. I'm no maniac. Let him know he's calm, cool, collected, and calculated. He knows what he's doing. He's not some crazy guy. And then he spins him around on the thing. Instead of throwing, knives and missing, he throws scalpels and hits Joker with every single one, and he nicks several arteries. And he's like, hey, bud, you're going to die. You're going to bleed out. You've got a couple hours, maybe a day, maybe a little more. Who knows? But you could potentially scream for help. Actually, let's take care of that. He puts his device in his mouth and then like messes with it so he can't scream. Joker can't scream or talk or nothing. So Joker's just there slowly bleeding out, and he tells him, he's like, no family, nothing, no one to mourn you. What a sad thing for you, Joker. And I love this part. This whole thing of Hush coming out to get revenge against Joker, to be like, you slide me before, and also to be like, you're Batman's number one nemesis. I'm gonna put you in your place. Be like, I'm number one. I'm Batman's number one nemesis. That's me. Hush, Tommy Elliott, his childhood friend. I'm actually that guy, not Joker. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. And this was the best part of the issue, was this whole stuff with Hush and Joker interacting. Well, Hush interacting with Joker. Joker doesn't really interact with him much. He's kind of just tied up. Batman gets back to the cave after Talia saves him. Also, Talia was like, hey, I was here to see my son, and you almost died, and I don't want you to die, so that's why I was here. Peace out. She leaves after she saves Batman. We get Batman back in a more classic suit, because his suit just got damaged by Joker, and it's got the yellow emblem and everything. It's pretty cool. Also, we get an appearance from Babs and Nightwing in this, because when Batman gets bonked on the head, his suit goes out, his tracker, and they're like, oh no, what's going on with Batman? Where is he? And then he appears back online, and they're like, where'd you go? And he's like, someone's infiltrated our system, and then goes all systems down and turns off everything, so they can't communicate anymore. Back at the original crime scene from the beginning of the issue, Batman finds Joker's shoe, which he believes was left there on purpose, which obviously it was. It's a little breadcrumb for him to follow from Hush. And he leads him to this carnival, which is where Joker's being held up. He goes there. It's obviously very Killing Joke-esque. That's the whole point. When he gets there, he sees Joker there slowly bleeding out, and on the background is a bunch of TVs playing video of all the horrific things that Joker has done, like things from the Killing Joke, like shooting Barbara or torturing Jim Gordon or killing Jason Todd, all these different things that he's done. And it's just like, hey, there's just playing over the video is just, hey, what are you gonna do? You know, this guy's done all these terrible things to you. Are you gonna save him? Batman in his head is just like, ah. And this part I didn't really care for, because like, we've been here before. We've been at the whole Batman, you can just let him die, and then Batman never does, and he saves Joker. So this isn't particularly interesting to me. And it's like, we know Batman's gonna save Joker. We know he's not gonna let him die. Be interesting if he did, and it would probably be the morally right thing, to be honest. That, like, the whole, oh man, I gotta save this mass murderer. I have to do it. It's like, do you really? I don't know. I get it. He's Batman. This is what he's gonna do. But I don't know. It feels like the complete wrong thing to do. There's one thing to kill a guy, but there's another thing to someone else has left him to bleed out, and you don't have to put 110% effort. You put like 70, you know, and be like, let's see what happens. But no, Batman, of course, is going to save him. And amidst all this, Batman deduces that the only person with the skills and knowledge to be able to pull this off and who would do this is Tommy Elliott. Hush has returned. And I also forgot to mention that the voiceover is actually Joker himself. It's Joker talking the whole time in the background. So it adds an extra layer to the chaos of Joker being like, hey, you know, I've done all these horrible things, you know, and you wouldn't really be killing me if you let me die, if you just let me kick the bucket. You know, who would even know about this? So it adds an extra layer to driving Batman nuts about what's going on, about Joker teasing him about, you could just let me die, while he's trying to save him, but also having the dilemma of, I shouldn't really save him, but I should. But still, I don't really find this particularly interesting, because again, we've been here, done that, and we know he's going to save him. It's nothing really that interesting to me. So that's where the issue ends. It's not really much of a cliffhanger, because again, we know exactly what Batman's going to do. We know he's going to save Joker. Now, overall, I enjoyed this issue. Jim Lee this is the first interior he's done in a while, as far as I can know, especially for, he's going to be doing multiple books, because occasionally he'll come in and do a little bit of interiors for something. For the most part, he's covers. And on this, he's pretty good, but there's nothing really challenging or like spectacular for him to do in this first issue. It looks good. It looks nice. I love me some Jim Lee. But there wasn't anything to be like, whoa, Jim Lee's really back. But it looks good. It looks nice. I do love the more vintage bat suit with the yellow symbol. That's nice. The story so far is interesting. I do like that Hush is coming in like a force of nature and just taking out Joker. I think that's pretty cool to be like, hey, I'm your number one, not Joker. Let's establish a pecking order here. I like that. And I do think Jeff Loeb's going to do a good job with making Hush a threat, because that was a big thing that a lot of people had a problem with the first Hush. I personally enjoyed the first Hush. I thought it was really good. A lot of people just think it's pretty and the writing sucks. I thought the writing was good. I'm a big Riddler fan though, so I like that. A lot of people were not very happy with the fake out of Riddler being behind it and Hush just kind of being a pawn and not really having as much to do with the overall plan. So I believe that Jeff Loeb's going to redeem himself there, because that's kind of what he did with Riddler in the first one. Because in the Absolute Edition, they have an interview with Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee at the beginning, and in it, Jeff Loeb talked about how he did what he did with Riddler because he felt bad during when he did all the Long Halloween stuff and Dark Victory and everything. He's like, I kind of threw Riddler to the side, so here I wanted to actually show how cool Riddler can be and what a formidable force he can be, and that's what he did with Hush 1. So with Hush 2, I feel like, oh, he probably feels bad for what he did to Hush in the first one, especially seeing the fan reaction, and now he's going to make Hush something to be actually feared. And so I'm looking forward to see what he does with Hush. That whole bit with Hush torturing Joker and espousing everything to him was great. I would really enjoy that. I like that a lot. I thought that was some really good writing, and I enjoyed the dialogue there, and just seeing how Hush is just focused right now. He's a man on a mission, so I'm interested to see what his goal is and what's going to happen throughout all these issues, because it's going to be 12 issues again. I believe we're just going to get 6 issues, and then it's going to pause, and then we're going to get 6 more issues somewhere down the line. But that's what we're doing right now. I enjoyed this first part. I thought it was pretty good. It's probably the best issue of Batman, because it's the Batman title, in a long time, because Chip Zdarsky had been on it and his run was horrendous. So it's nice to have a good good issue in the Batman run again, because obviously we've got some other good Batman stuff going on. Like Batman and Robin is amazing. Absolute Batman's really fun. But as far as the main Batman title itself, it had been rough. It'd been a long time. So this first issue, it's strong, coming out the gate good. I enjoyed it. I look forward to see what we got next. I hope that we get some more of Jim Lee actually like stretching his muscles, because right now this first issue is like, it was very subdued for Jim Lee. It's like there wasn't a whole lot for him to do. It was very much like, all right, it looks good, but there's nothing to really be like, the man's back. He's back. So I'll look forward to the next issue and see how it goes. But yeah, I enjoyed it. If you read it, please let me know in the comments below what you think about it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, you know I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.